Okay, and next one is Xpath extractor, right? Why do we need this Xpath extractor? Right. So what will yeah, to understand this, yeah, let me go back to the application. What I'm trying to do is I'm hitting the landing page URL, right? So what happens? I sent a request, I got the response, and response data I got it, and that data is shown on the browser. Okay, and browser contains many different UI elements: drop down, search box, text, fields, links, and so on. I have to make sure whether did I get the drop down or not, something like that, right? So to do that, we can achieve it, or we can do it with the help of Xpath extractor in Jmeter, right? So, but why should we use? So we just now we saw that JSON path or JSON extractor is to extract the JSON, but Xpath extractor is to extract the objects present on the UI. Explicitly, we will not see the UI opening browser and closing. Instead of browser, we are ignoring the browser, but everything else we are trying to do. Okay, we send a request, we got the response, and that response we can see here in this way. See, I requested the home page, landing page, I got the response. Okay, whatever I can see over here, right? US dollars, no commerce, different links, search, other objects, and so on. Same thing I can see. See, US dollars, drop down, register, login, wish list, everything I can see. Whatever I have the links over here, top links, I can see here also. Search drop down, I can see. Other links I can see here. Everything, whatever the content I have on the UI, that complete content I can see here in the response body. In that response body, I have to make sure that this search field is there or not. Why should we do that? As I am telling, search field may be available or may not be available. When I test with single user, it may be good because there is no much load on the server. Search is coming properly. But sometimes there may be an issue with the search. When we have 1,000 user load, search may not come. We don't know. So what we will do is we will try to make sure that search is coming back to us in the form of response, right? To verify it, we have to use that Xpath extractor. Okay, so let's see some simple example. Okay, let's create one Xpath and Xpath extractor, and we will tell you from where it has to validate, from main sample or subsamples, very similar. And I'll just write some variable search field and some Xpath I will create. This Xpath is very similar to the Xpath, like however we do it in Selenium, right? So it's very same. If it is not matched, then -1 should be written. That's what we are trying to configure. Okay, let's try to go back to Jmeter. Okay, so I have a request. Okay, this is the landing page, right? So for this landing page request, I'll go to add, I'll go to post processor, I will select Xpath extractor. Okay, Xpath extractor. So I have to extract the Xpath from which one? Whether main sample or subsample, I don't know. See, so some information coming in subsample. Okay, some information coming in main sample, right? Images, every image is in a different subsample, and this is the complete content. And somewhere we can see the styles. Okay, so what we will do is we don't know whether it's a main sample or subsample. So now what I will do is I will go back to Xpath extractor and I will tell apply to main samples and subsamples. My Xpath can be in main sample or subsample, anywhere it can be. So that's the reason I am picking main samples and subsample. Okay, other XML parsing options, don't worry. Sorry. Okay, so here let me give some variable name. variable name as search input, right? So I'm trying to follow same thing, whatever I have done. Okay, search field or search input and XPath. What is the XPath of this input field, right? So if you wanted to write the XPath, right, like however we do in Selenium, we can do it. Right click on the object, go to inspect, okay, and then go to XPath path, okay, as I'm using Chrome. So click on this object. Okay, I can see, my browser is suggesting multiple XPath. Let me pick the first one. This is the XPath. So once I pick this, see automatically it is highlighting that object. That means I have evaluated that this XPath is valid. So this XPath I will put it over here. Okay, so match -1. So default value nothing. So let's just leave it as it is. So save it. Okay, and after this, okay, let me put post processor after that. Okay, post processor, bean shell post processor, which is a simple editor, to print the values. So log.info, I wanted to inform that what is the search input I have extracted. Okay, so I'm putting it over here, but it should be inside a vars.get. Okay, save it. So let me clear, let me run. Now I can see this search field details in our log. Right? Yeah, where is it? So let me check this. Okay. Yeah, I can see here. Right, XPath extractor has processed this particular object. Right. So some error. Okay, right. So it has extracted and it is trying to display the details of that particular object. Right. So yeah, 1 second, it's not printing Y. So yeah, so this search input. Okay, so this might be, yeah, as this search. So as this search is a UI element, okay, as it is an UI element, we cannot print anything on the UI, so it did not print anything, right? But we are able to make sure that it is trying to process this particular object, right? So this is what about the XPath extractor. So we can write some XPath and try to identify the objects using this XPath extractor in some one of the post processors. Okay, so yeah, we saw the example also.